Hello from Park Junction. Recently I've been working on the station area, been putting down some ballast and putting in some of the scenic details, so hopefully over the next few minutes I'll show you a bit of what I've been working on. So one of the products I've picked up is the Ratio track trunking. This is a very good product, but I'm going to need a lot of it, so I've decided to try and make my own. I've been using plaster strut, so U sections, square box section and flat to make the trunking. I've managed to design it so that it can have sections which are all covered over with the lids all covered, and also some sections where they're open. There's some bits with some cables hanging out to give a bit of variety for the layout. I've started to paint some. Here they're far too dark and I've rectified that later on, but this just gives a feel for what it looks like against the Ratio product that I have tried to replicate. The product I made is slightly smaller, but I think in the scale you won't really notice that once it's all down, so I'm quite happy with the results. These are a few bits side to side, Ratio versus my own products. So here's a bit of track that I knocked up, and this is the trunking against it. I think I'm quite happy with that. So back at the station, time to decide where it's going to go. I made a few extra bits like buffer stops and the orange cable that goes under the track to take the cables, and I started to look at the station area and where I would like to put all of these parts. I started to lay bits out, point motors, the trunking, the tubes to go into the track, trying different bits, putting down unfinished parts to measure how long they needed to be and where they should go. So here's where a few bits have gone and how it started to come together. This is the final layout of what I decided I wanted to do, and here I started to make some plinths for the distribution boards which will go down as well. So everything's glued down and ready for ballasting. For the ballasting I started putting these bits of wood against where the platform are. These are to stop the ballast spilling over until it goes straight up to the stations. My trial bit of track here, I thought rather than destroy the layout, I'd try putting a bit down on a trial board. So it all went well. I flooded the board with glue, a bit worried how would it turn out, but it actually turned out very well. Here's the final results while the track was drying. Some of the junction boxes started to be painted up and point motors. I think they look good against the track. Now, down to the scary bit, actually ballasting the track. I did this in phases, doing bits at a time, seeing how it would turn out. This is my first attempt at ballasting. I've never done it before. I missed the points out started and did bits one at a time, slowly filling in the sections. Here's 3 sections gone. I then decided to do the work around the point work, and this all turned out actually very well. So that's as far as I've got at the moment, but I've got some plans to put some more bits down. So I bought some bits from Scale Model Scenery. I've got some speed signs, so these need to be painted up and put down on the layout. I've also got some bits to run cables along the front of the platform. So these are being painted up at the moment, will be stuck on the front of the platform. It's going to go on the front of the middle platform here, and it's going to run all the way along the front so that the cables can pass from one end of the station to the other end. I've got some security fencing, so this is going to make a little diorama at the front of the layout. So around the front here where this old shed is, I'm going to do a little bit of an industrial area which has been taken over and sold off to the private sector. Then coming off that industrial section there's going to be some trackside fencing, and this will run along all of the front of the layout where I'm pointing now, and we'll go all the way round. Up this end I've got a bit of a branch line which comes off the main line and starts rising, and coming back there's going to be an additional platform just between the coaches and the main line here, so I need to start working on that. So here's some of the detail and how the ballasting's turned out. I'm quite happy with how it looks. So a few more trunking capping stones need to go down there, just piled up, left by the engineers. So some more bits that will be going down hopefully. Some sleepers for the workmen to cross over the tracks so they can get around. I've also got these for the relay boxes. Not sure where I'm going to put those yet, but we'll be building those up at some point. Some pallets, a good bit of waste to be laid around. There's also some manholes, so again this will add a little bit more detail on this part of the section, so we'll probably put one down here. Also need some drain pits running along the track. So again, these are going to run along the length of the track in between here. So again, once those are down, I'll better do a bit more ballasting. So, as I say, this is going to be a bit of an industrial scene here. It's all going to be fenced off. So, the bridge at the far end. Over that is going to be a roadway which will run over and then come down to a car park for the station. So I've got some of the road markings to do that, some of the white lines and road markings in white and yellow. So hopefully I'll better put something along there. Got a bit of a bus shelter as well, so maybe we'll put a bus shelter up at that end. And then coming leading into the station, I've got some of the billboards, so again put some signs up there. Along the back is going to be a wall. You can see a sample bit of wall built there. Next section is to start ballasting all the way along here and putting the detail in all the way into this end of the section. So I've been trialling weathering the track, so hopefully at some point this will go onto the main layout. And these are sample retaining walls I've been building, so again this will be my next product, making them out of some plastic sheet, painting them up. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please like, subscribe and leave me a comment. Any feedback would be really appreciated. Bye.